Hey, he looks jacked.
Jeez, that's so steady.
At least the weapon system. Yeah.
M14,
Look at that prone position.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a pretty good transition.
A good sight picture.
Oh man.
Wow.
Good dance off.
Had some.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
필승! 안녕하세요. 저는 대구 캠펜리 부대에서 12년째로 현역 미군으로 근무하고 있는 김깁슨 소령입니다.
Chung-song. My name is Dylan Clements. I'm no longer in the Army, but my wife is, and that's why we're here in Korea. I have a daughter. She's 9 months old.
안녕하세요. My name is Paul. I've been in the Marine Corps for 12 years now from Houston, Texas. Currently stationed at Camp Humphreys in Pyeongtaek with my wife and 3 boys.
안녕하세요. My name is Lucas. My wife is in the military stationed at Camp Walker in Daegu. She runs video and radio, and I work at a bank on post.
Hey, so do you guys have any cool experience with the military? I mean, from the civilian side as well as active duty side?
I got out of the Army as a specialist in E4, so I was enlisted. The coolest experience that I had was actually going through and completing the infantry school for the United States Army and becoming a part of the Army, where our grandfathers, our brothers, our sisters, everyone who are in our country has been attached to this great organization, has fought with, and that was a really prideful thing for me, and I enjoyed my time.
Awesome. Yeah, very cool.
I'm currently a major liaison officer to the Korean Marine Corps. Yeah, definitely a good opportunity to work with those ladies and gents every day. So probably one of the most interesting things I've been able to do was when we were stationed here before, helped the U.S. Secret Service coordinate with the Korean Secret Service for a presidential visit.
Oh, that is cool.
Oh, very cool.
Okay, that is cool.
Visit, like we went up to Panmunjom.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
stuff.
That's
Wow.
Yeah, very, very cool. Out of the ordinary opportunity.
Way cooler than me.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
제가 중대장 시절을 할 때는 제 밑에 거니는 소저가 190명까지 있었습니다. Hey, if you think of Korean military reservists, is there an image that pops up in your head or any kind of, not in a negative way, but any kind of stereotype that you may think of that pops up in your mind?
I would say it's pretty similar to what we have in the United States
Yeah.
as the National Guard or our reserve components. I would say that's pretty similar.
For the most part, I think so, yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much every male in the country, right?
Basically.
Yeah,
Basically.
who served.
Oh.
I think
They have an age limit though.
Okay.
Yeah, I think at a certain point, like you are kind of exempt from that, but I'm not 100% sure either. Yeah.
Yeah.
So after, because I know Korean males have to do their service before a certain age. Once they're out, they are automatically a reservist?
Yes.
Oh,
yes, and I believe they
okay.
remain on that status, so you
Yeah.
can't just complete it and be done with it.
It's like
Okay,
selective
okay.
service.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've noticed that at least like in business culture, it seems to make a lot like a really cohesive culture,
for sure.
right? Having
Yeah.
done that service, having a common
Yeah, it's got that shared
experience.
culture.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's like one of the main topics that women hate to hear about when men start talking about it. What do you think? Does that kind of look like the face that we make when we're going to work? I don't know. Say a Monday morning.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Pretty accurate. I would have a cup of coffee.
Yeah, that'd be, especially after a long weekend.
Yeah, I might feel better if I stop by Starbucks.
It looks like a face going to the field.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty solid muscle memory.
Wow.
He's got the timing.
It's almost like he was conditioned
pretty
to do this so
Yeah.
perfectly.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
Wow. He still got it.
That's perfectly
awesome.
executed.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Looks like he's still active.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like a dance off.
Had some.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Had a little more danger with the bayonet on there.
He's not even in uniform.
No, it's not fair. He doesn't have to wear the uniform.
Yeah. The uniform adds
Yeah,
restriction, right?
yeah, for sure. Pretty good though.
Wow.
Yeah. You're not supposed to point it at anybody.
So in case you guys are wondering, apparently the guy who's in his civilian clothes, he's not active anymore. He got out, but he's still keeping up with his skills that he learned. Apparently, hey, that's pretty cool.
You may practice at home. We never know.
Yeah,
It reminds me of like dance battle.
I know. Yeah. It's like a dance off. Hey, I can't do that with two hands, so
No, that's
more
pretty
power
impressive.
to him. That's pretty cool.
Wow. Seems like
Yeah.
the reservists are pretty
Yeah,
strong
reservists.
at this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow,
Nice.
it's pretty fluid.
Hey, better than me.
Yeah.
I would have dropped
What
it
is
so
it?
many
Yeah.
times by now.
That's good. Yeah.
M14.
I think that's from like our grandparents' generation. At least the weapon system. Yeah.
M14.
Yeah.
They
The
really use it in Vietnam.
It is an M14, right?
Yeah, it's still in service.
It is heavier than M4, right? Yeah.
Oh,
M4,
absolutely.
yeah.
M14 is about 10 pounds. M4 is a 6.5 5 pounds.
That sounds about right. Yeah, M4 is pretty light. I think he's got a pretty good steady position.
It's got, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely a good recoil control.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, he looks jacked.
Jeez, that's so steady. How is he not?
It's pretty impressive. Staying in the
It's like a pretty serious operator.
Staying in the sight.
Yeah, that.
These are all reservist dudes too.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
They seem like they do
Yeah, every
this
single- yeah, it
every
looks
day.
like-
I mean,
yeah.
it looks like they train hard.
Clearly, they're not
It's like-
just kind of putting it aside.
Yeah, that's as a reservist and still practicing.
Yeah.
But like training, that's very impressive.
Are you guys confident in shooting? Everybody?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was told I'm not allowed to touch the weapons. So no, I'm not confident.
저 사람은 총 맞지 말라고 했대요. 주위에서.
He's a construction worker?
Yeah, it looks like he's an engineer. Yeah.
Engineer, okay.
Yep. 공수부대? Yeah.
It's a golf장.
Yeah, 골프장 같아요.
Yeah.
Hey, he looks like he's at AT right now.
There you go. There you go.
Look at that prone
Nice
position.
prone.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a pretty good
Wow.
transition.
You good sight picture.
He's probably on his lunch break practicing.
Hey, that's dedication.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. More power
He's
to
got to
him.
stay proficient.
Yeah. No M14, no problem.
Yeah.
That's what he just said. Actually, I have no idea what he said. But
So he's doing
it looks like it.
remedial action there.
Yeah.
No, he's keeping the barrel down range, safe weapon handling practices. So definitely looks active to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Potential accident, I guess. I mean, what are the things that we always emphasize? I mean, I'm going to say safety
Yeah.
when we do, range qualification stuff. 우리는 일단은 위험, 이제 안전성 이걸 넘버 원으로 중요시하거든요. 잘 쏘는 것도 잘 쏘는 거지만 서로 이제 가는 길에 조준하지 않도록 그런 거에 되게 철저하게 해요.
Yeah, I think one of the most important things is treat every weapon as if it were loaded. Pick
Yep.
it up, make
Yep,
sure
that's a
you
good point.
clear the weapon. There's
That's
no
a good point.
magazine, no round inserted.
Muzzle awareness. I mean, he was showing that.
100%, yeah.
Like a gong show. Whatever you guys are.
Yeah,
Oh, it looks like they just got done.
FTX is over.
They're ready. They're ready to leave.
Not that bad, huh?
It's payday activity has started on a Friday. I don't know.
I want to be running with them.
Yeah.
I'll go in that direction, but I'll walk.
Yeah.
So the drill instructors behind them.
Hey, so obviously Korea, and technically we're still at war with the North, and an armistice state. It's pretty important for the Korean Army and the Korean military, men in general. Even after you get out as like an active duty service, right, to kind of keep that muscle memory alive.
One of the great things I love about the Korean military is they have the reserve status that, and all of the males have that experience to put behind them in case anything really kicks off.
Yeah.
And I appreciate a little bit envious of that. We have our own reserve population, but just knowing that your brother to your left and right can have your back in case things go south, is a really cool thing. So it's important because those of us who are serving actively, we're going to do what we can, but at the end of the day, it's going to be those who are activated who come after us who are going to really win the fight. So it's a cool thing.
That's a good point. At the end of the day, we're here to support the Korean people, but Korea is going to be the one doing the heavy lifting at the end of it.
Absolutely.
And if the majority of people are keeping that up, then that is a good promising thing.
Yeah.
And that helps with the Korean military power overall too, which is great to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And staying ready, they're ensuring that their families will be taken care of by doing their part. So
Yeah.
it's pretty incredible.
100%, I agree. Yeah, so like as an ally, I think seeing that is pretty helpful. I think it's motivating to us too, because at the end of the day, we're here and then we work together, right? We're partners in hand. So I think seeing clips like that is inspirational for our force too. I think there's definitely lessons to be taken from that.
Yeah, definitely the attention to detail. I get the chance to work with the Korean Marine Corps every day, and the amount of attention to detail and effort they put in everything definitely are evident in all those videos that even though they've entered the reserve status, they're still invested.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think videos like that should make everybody feel more comfortable that the men and women next to them are prepared
Yeah, absolutely.
at any time, because disaster can happen at any minute.
That's true.
Yeah. From what I see, I think that the camaraderie that most Korean males share is really helpful when they are trying to, I guess, go out after the military. They always have that bond with other Korean males. That way they can, make friends, have a social life, get a job after the military and all that stuff. So I think that's actually really cool to have those skills and to be able to relate socially with all of the other people.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. That
Yeah.
helps in a lot of different aspects too. Yeah. They want to know what we think about the direction that our partnership and allied takes forward.
Continuously getting new generations of soldiers from America to come over here and integrate with the South Koreans is, I think, really important for us as a nation and as South Korea as a nation as we strengthen that bond and keep that bond strengthened across all generations, because we know that our grandfathers and fathers all share that same experience coming over here and being allied with the South Korea. So I think it's pretty important to keep that going.
Absolutely, and I think clips like that, to see the reservists doing that stuff is another plus to it.
It really is.
I mean, it can't do any harm. If anything, it's going to strengthen that and hopefully inspire our side of soldiers too. And I hope that actually is the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like you mentioned, kind of being part of the legacy and the history is one of the cool things about being stationed here and working with both active and reserve Korean military. You know, being able to hopefully improve upon what's been the foundation that's been built before since 1950, 1953 is definitely an opportunity that's you don't get many other duty stations.
That's true. Yeah.
And I hope that if more American military people come over here, they can see how far Korea has progressed from where they were 70 years ago, 80 years ago. I find it very impressive that Korea was able to build themselves up as quickly and as efficiently as they do. Because I've seen apartment buildings pop up in like a year and they're like 20-something stories high, and that's amazingly
That thing
impressive.
is really incredible.
It is very impressive how efficient and quick they're able to accommodate for more Koreans and even more Americans coming over here as well.
Yeah. 그래서 오늘은 미군 현역들과 미군 군모들과 같이 우리 한국 예비군을 보면서 리액션하는 비디오를 찍어봤는데요. 이 영상이 즐거우셨다면은
구독과
좋아요.
눌러주세요.
Bye.
바이바이.
안녕.